Afi Ayanna, and welcome to your Rise and Shine yoga practice. Today's yoga practice is focused on yoga to get you going. This is a quick flow to get energy moving in the body and to get you feeling your best. So start at the top of your mat, feet hip width distance apart, rotating the shoulders up and down and back. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling out the mouth, drop the palms down in standing in Tadasana pose. You can close your eyes here for 1 second. Inhaling deep, feeling the breath rising into the chest. Exhaling, beginning to connect with that ujjayi breath, victory breath, the sound, oceanic breath as it leaves the body. 2 more breaths like that, inhaling in through the nose, feeling the feet grounding, slight micro bend in the knees. Hips square, tailbone slightly tucked. Heart over pelvis, shoulders squeeze back so the scapula are kissing each other on the back side of the body. Inhaling into the front of the throat, chin parallel to the ground, and imagine there's a string pulling you up the crown towards the heaven. Beautiful. Gently opening up the eyes with a soft gaze to the tip of the nose, inhaling the hands up above the head. Palms meeting. You might take a slight micro bend, back bend here. Exhale, hinging at the hips, swan diving forward. Bending the knees, inhaling up to flat back. Exhale, swan diving forward, both hands come down to the floor. Right foot comes back, and then the left foot comes back to lunge, high lunge position, high plank position. Inhaling here, exhaling. Getting over a slight sinus thing, so don't mind me, I'm on a little bit of medication, so I'm going to try to keep my words and my actions in the same place. Inhaling in through the nose, exhaling the hips back to downward dog. Inhaling the right leg up into the sky, giving 3 hip circles. Inhale, bending the knee, hinging up, 45-degree in the knee, rotating in one direction, and rotating the hip in the other direction. Try to square off those hips here. Inhale the right leg back up into the air, and then draw right knee, right elbow. Exhale back. Draw right knee, left elbow. Weight draws back towards the hips. Right foot comes up into the air. Drawing right knee to the center line of the check. Shifting the weight forward towards the hands. Exhaling, drawing the right foot back up into the air. And squaring off the hips here. Slowly drawing the right knee forward, shifting the weight forward really slowly as if moving through molasses, and then dropping the right foot down onto the ground between the hands. Tuck the toes up into a high lunge, belly button towards spine, inhaling the arms up into the sky. Exhale, arms out to cactus arms, to high lunge on the right side. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, arms out. Cactus arms, inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms back to cactus arms. And one more time, inhale the arms up. This time, cartwheeling the hands down. Drawing the right foot back up and back to plank position, high plank. 3 breaths here, inhaling, belly button to spine. Inhale. Exhale, belly button to spine, nice and tall, strong through the arms. You can even rock the weight back and forth from the hands to the toes, making sure you're nice and stable in your plank. 1 more breath like this. And on the exhale, lifting the hips high up and back to downward dog. Beautiful. Inhale that left leg up into the air. Beautiful. Hinging at the hips. And taking some hip circles here. Left knee bends, circling in one direction. Full, exploring the breath, pressing evenly into both hands. And switching directions. Try to square off those hips as you're also bringing synovial fluid into the left hip joint. Left leg up into the air, pressing back into the wall, imaginary, and then drawing left knee, left elbow. Shifting the weight forward. Left leg back. Left knee, right elbow. Inhale back. Pressing the left foot up into the sky. Drawing left knee to center of chest. Left leg comes back. Then drawing the left leg slowly, shifting the weight forward. Left knee comes forward and in between the hands. Slowly, slowly, slowly. Taking your time till the full exhalation. Left leg comes down between the hands. Squaring off both feet. Weight even between the hands. Coming up onto the right toes, up into your high lunge. Inhale, hands up above the head. Belly button to spine. Exhale, arms to cactus arms. Inhale, arms up. Elongating the spine. Exhale, squaring the shoulders out to cactus arms. Inhale up. Exhale to cactus arms. Beautiful. Use that full breath here to fully extend the arms up. And on the exhale, drawing the arms all the way down to the floor, framing the left foot. Beautiful. Then draw that left hip back, left foot back to meet the right. And 3 breaths here in high plank. Inhaling and exhale. You could even tap the right hand to left shoulder, left hand to right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Shifting weight, left hand, right shoulder. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. One more time. You're doing great. So strong. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Beautiful. Hips come back to downward dog. Full inhalation here, pressing into the hands, pressing into the pads of the fingers, spreading the fingertips wide apart. Inhaling here. Exhaling completely. Letting the head hang nice and loose and free. Hips as if someone's pulling the hips back in space here. You can come up on the tiptoes here as if you're in high heels, and then slowly drawing the heels back down, squaring the heels out. Heels might reach the mat or just come back down towards the mat. Or you might just be hanging out in your high heels here. Inhale, coming back up to tiptoes, and then exhale, bending the knees. And then one more time, bend the right knee, the left knee, and just walk out your dog here. Letting the body hang, elongating the spine, getting some mobility through the hips here. Beautiful. And then exhale, bending the knees here. Walking the right foot in front of the left, left in front of the right. And saunter your way up, right in front of left, slowly walking the legs back up to the front of the mat till feet are hip width distance apart, meeting the hands, and then slowly bending, sitting back in your chair. Inhale up to flat back. Exhale, cascading the front body down, bending the knees here, and then slowly rolling all the way up to standing. Shoulders are the last thing to come back, belly button towards spine, and taking 2 breaths in your mountain pose here. Inhaling in through the nose, feeling the feet grounded on the ground. Hips under heart, heart under the head. Breathing into the center of the chest. Elongating the top of the crown towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Wide through the shoulders, scapula kissing on the back side of the body. Fantastic. Inhaling the arms up above the head. Slight back bend here. And then exhale, hinging at the hips, swan diving forward. to the full exhalation, bending the knees here. And then inhale, coming up to flat back. Exhale, cascading the arms back down to the ground. The right foot comes back. And then the left foot comes back. Bring the knees down to the ground. If you're familiar with chaturanga, you could do a full chaturanga here, or then just pressing the elbows in towards the midline, then gently bending the elbows, drawing the upper body down towards the ground. Chest reaches the ground, toes slide back, rotating the shoulders up and down and back as you press into the hand, coming up into Cobra position. Elbows reaching back, squeezing the side of the lungs, side of the ribs. Inhale, pressing into the hands, rising the chin up a little bit higher. Exhale, head comes down towards the floor. Inhale, pressing side body with elbows, squeezing the hands onto the ground, palms flat against the ground, fingertips spread wide. Exhale, head comes up off the ground to Cobra. This dynamic Cobra, exhaling the forehead back to ground. Inhale, head up, squeeze, elbows, side body, strong through the back. Exhaling the head back down. And take a rest here. Inhaling, keeping that breath active, pressing the tops of the feet into the ground. Interlacing the fingertips behind the back this time. Reaching the hands down towards the tailbone. You might even interlace the thumbs and keep the pointer fingers pointing out down towards the feet. Rotating the shoulders up and down and back. And on the inhalation, coming up into a baby Cobra here. Inhale up, chin pillow to the ground. Exhale. Forehead comes into the ground. Inhale, chin up and back. Feet pulling down towards the toes. Exhale, head back down to the ground. And this last one, we're going to inhale and reach, holding up, squeezing the elbows together. Taking 3 breaths here. Inhale, squeezing the arms up off of the tailbone. See if you can lift, imagine that there's someone pulling the arms as the tops of the feet press into the ground. Arms come up, back towards the toes, up off of the tailbone. Scapula kissing on the backside. Deep breath, breathing into the front of the heart. You're doing so good. Inhaling in. And on the exhale, releasing the mid ribs, top of the ribs, shoulders down towards the ground, and the head is the last thing to come. Release the interlace of the fingers, and then placing the hands underneath the head, making a little pillow, right ear onto the hands, resting the neck here. Take 3 deep breaths. Feeling the breath as it expands in the rib cage. And it releases. Tilting the head, left ear comes to the center of the hands. 1 more breath like that, deep into the center of the belly. Filling up the middle, top of the lungs. And feeling the breath as it leaves the backside of the heart. Beautiful. Placing the head so the forehead is then resting on the palms of the hand. Beautiful. Reaching the feet up behind you. You're going to reach back and grab a hold of the feet here and coming into a bow pose. Grabbing into the tops of the shins, the tops of the ankles. Reaching back and pulling as if the body is a bow. Inhaling, feet parallel to the sky. On the inhale, coming up into the bow, rising up. Exhale. Forehead comes down towards the ground. Inhale, really filling up the breath, using the expansion of the breath and all of this air to rise up, pulling the bow back. Inhale, squeezing the knees together. Exhale, chin down towards the ground. And imagine as though the knees are wide apart, you're still, the energy of the action of squeezing the knees together using the strength of the arms to pull the body back. Exhale, releasing the feet down, releasing the forehead to the ground, back of the palms of the hands release and rest on the ground, taking a resting breath, identifying the beating of the heart in the chest here. Sigh out the mouth if that's comfortable. Inhale in through the nose. Take your deepest sigh of the day here. Out of the mouth here. Beautiful. Then tuck the toes under. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Inhaling up into tabletop. We'll take a few little cat-cows here. Inhale the chin up towards the sky. Exhale, looking back towards the belly button. Inhale, chin to sky. Cow. Exhale, back to cat. Cactus through the belly. Inhale. One more cow position here. And cat. Tuck the toes under. Coming back to downward dog. Beautiful. And bending the knees. Stepping or jumping to the top of your mat. Inhale. Sitting back in your chair. Bringing the hands in front of the heart, and we'll just sit deep with the knees squeezed together into a chair position here. Inhale, sitting back, Utkatasana. You can exhale the arms out in front of you. Make sure looking down at your feet that the knees aren't coming above the toes. Inhale, sitting back, squeezing the knees together, squeezing the midline of the body together, tucking the tailbone under slightly here, belly button towards spine. Inhaling, hands back to the center of the chest. And then exhale, drawing the right elbow over to the left side of the knees and looking up towards the ceiling. Drawing those knees towards the midline of the body. And exhale, hands back to the heart center. Just keep sitting back in the chair. Let's finish on the left side, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, looking up to the sky. Pressing that left side of the arm into the top of the thigh. Drawing the head back towards the midline of the body, in line with the spine. And on the exhale, release the hands down. Gently straighten the legs, the knees. Walk the feet hip-width distance apart. And we'll hang out in a forward fold here. Grabbing a hold of the elbows, micro bend in the knees. Shaking the head back and forth gently. Yes, please. No, thank you. Side to side. Maybe even making a few little head circles in one direction. Circle the head on the other direction. Releasing the neck from the back of the upper spine and cranium. Release the jaw. Release the eyes in the socket here. Tugging the tailbone under, pressing into the feet, releasing the hands, and slowly rolling up through the spine, building the spine one vertebra at a time. Take your time, 3 more breaths, 2, 1. Last thing, shoulders rotate up, down, and back, belly button towards spine, grounding into all 4 corners of the feet, micro bend in the knees, hips. Notice the heart. Notice the shoulders as they squeeze back, palms facing towards the front of your mat. Gently opening up the eyes if they're not open already. Soft gaze and focus on the tip of the nose. Beautiful. Inhaling the hands to heart center. And then drawing the legs out wide apart. We're going to inhale out to star pose, the pose of confidence, the pose of taking up space, taking up as much space as you can. As you spread the toes apart, the fingers apart, wide, wide, wide through the arms, the hands, and exhale. Bending the knees, bending the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, bending the knees. 45-degree angle, knees out towards the corner of your mat. Exhale, out to star pose. Hands to the center of the heart. Perhaps try the opposite breath, inhaling out, breathing out while the arms, breathing in, taking up space while the arms are out. Exhaling the hands back to heart center. One more like this. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract, bending the knees. One more time, beautiful inhale, reaching out, gathering. Strong, wide through the chest. Deep breath, exhale. Center of the heart. Fantastic. Inhale up. And jumping the hands to the center line, feet to the center line. Beautiful. Reaching down towards the ground, whatever way you like. Crisscrossing the right leg over the top of the left. Coming to a side, a twist to end the practice today. So right foot comes over the top of the left knee. Inhale the right arm up into the air. Right hand comes down behind the spine. Inhale, left arm up into the air. And hooking the left elbow over right knee, looking over the right side of the right shoulder. Nice and tall through the spine, breathing into the center of your proud chest. You've been so strong, active in your flow today. As we give ourselves this time to enter into a more active state of flowing with our breath and flowing with the body, we allow this energetic sense and the somatic sense of the body in space, this flowing sense of the body, we can bring this quality into the rest of our day. And then exhaling the arms back up to the sky, hands to heart center. We'll draw the hands down to the floor and drawing the hands down to the left side of the mat and pressing the feet up. We're going to do a little walk around here and then walking the right hand underneath, left hand over, right hand over the left, bending the right knee comes down to the ground, left knee comes on top, and then look, we've switched to the other side. It's kind of fun. You can try it back the other way just to see what it feels like. Back to the front of the mat, and then try it around the other side to just feel like, what just happened? Bring the right knee down. And so the left foot now is hooked over the top of the right thigh. Inhaling the left arm up into the sky. Square both hips off so they both are touching the floor. Making sure even through the hips, even through the body, left hand comes down to the center of the back, behind the spine. Inhaling right hand up into the air. Hooking right elbow over left thigh. Looking over the left shoulder. Breathe into the front of the chest. Feel the compression on the back of the chest as the breath leaves the body. Beautiful. One more deep breath like this. Proud, strong into the chest. Into the center of the abdomen and belly. Exhale, both arms up to the sky. Inhale, hands to the heart center. Feet coming out in front into Baddha Konasana, both heels grounding together. Exhale, gently walking the hands forward. You might walk the fingertips all the way forward into a forward fold, or you could use the elbows to press into the calves, bringing hands to heart center and hinging forward at the hips. Take a deep breath into the back of the heart here. Noticing this flowing quality of the breath as the body and the nervous system, see how quickly it can calm down from this more active practice. Feeling the breath as it rises and falls from the abdomen. as the diaphragm expands and contracts, ever flowing in its breath. Okay, and then exhale, pressing the hands up gently to heart center. Inhaling, closing the eyes, pulling up on the pelvic floor here, sealing in the benefits of today's practice. Bring the hands to the center of the forehead, giving thanks for right thought. Hands to the center of the mouth, giving thanks for right speech. And hands in front of the heart, giving thanks for right heart-centered action. Namaste and Ashe. I'm Afi Ayanna. If you like this video, please feel free to share, like, subscribe, or just pass along to someone who might also benefit from this practice. See you soon.